Hi. So this is the Kava total value locked development. We are currently looking at 411 million US dollars locked within Kava. What is Kava? It's basically four things. First and foremost, it's its own blockchain. So it's built on the Cosmos SDK. And on that blockchain, you've got three major applications. The first one is simply a DEX, a decentralized exchange where you can swap tokens. The second is a borrowing and lending platform, so you can borrow and lend cryptocurrencies, get some yield on them. And last but definitely not least, we've got a minting mechanism for a stable coin. So you can deposit your collateral in the Kava platform. You put in maybe $1,000 worth of BNB, and then you can mint stable coins against that collateral. So that's pretty similar to a lot of other mechanisms. You've got this with Magic Internet Money, MIM. You've got this with DAI. So the idea is you've got locked up crypto, that's your collateral, and then you can pull out stable coins and can speculate with this potentially. Now, not everything is rosy in the Kava ecosystem. When we look at this is the stablecoin USDX. And this stablecoin is supposed to be stable, right? At $1. But it's not. It's at 75 cents. So this is what we are looking at. We did have a depegging in the past, so in May of this year. Then we returned. Now we are depegging again. Now this is somewhat surprising given that we are looking at an over-collateralized stablecoin. So those tend to be more stable than, say, UST, right? The algorithmic stablecoin. When you've got collateral behind a stablecoin, as long as the liquidation mechanism works fine, as long as the collateral is still in the system, there shouldn't be too much worry that the value can't be extracted anymore from the collateral. So seeing this depegging is not nice. That being said, the Kava token itself seems to not be impressed by this at all. The price is going up against all odds. Now let's have a look at these platforms, right? So over here on DeFi Llama, we can see the total value locked development, and we can also see the different applications. And with those applications, the TVL. So first and foremost, we've got our DEX, our decentralized exchange. And in here, we can get APYs, right? We can get returns. So for example, here, this stablecoin pair, BUSD versus USDX gives us 10% APY. How are those kinds of returns generated? It's done via trading fees, right? When you trade from one pair to another, then you don't get the direct rate. You usually have to pay 0.2 or 0.3% in fees. And parts of those fees get redirected to the liquidity pool providers, so to the people that put in capital into the system. So if you decide to put in BUSD and USDX, you will get roughly 10% per annum on your investment generated through those fees. On top of that, you also get token rewards, which are very, very high, 74%. Now, this reward is sometimes been locked up. Here we can see this. We've got a vesting schedule, and that's why the APY is so high. There is an inflation very often for these incentive tokens, right? More and more of those tokens get issued, and then since the supply is going up, the price tends to go down. So this is really just a number. It's very likely that once you swap this for BUSD after the vesting period, that the return will actually be somewhat lower. But this is a pretty common way to handle DeFi within crypto, a decentralized exchange. Next, we've got borrowing and lending. So we see here we've got Atom tokens supplied for an APY of 0.5%. So that's paid out in Atom tokens. And then we've got an additional reward APY, again with a vesting and partially in Kava tokens. So that's interesting, right? The Kava token is used as an incentive for people that lend their cryptocurrency, potentially generating future supply, right? And more supply means maybe a lowered price. Now, I haven't found any details on this here on CoinMarketCap, but we don't see any maximum supply for Kava. So potentially Kava is an inflationary token, meaning over the long term, this could be potentially dangerous. Let's go to the third application, and this is minting the USDX stablecoin. We can see a strong preference for BUSD. So if you deposit your Binance-based US dollars, you can almost get 1-to-1 USDX stablecoins from this. Once you've got a bit of volatility on the underlying asset, right? Your loan to value ratio is lower, which in the end means you have to provide, in this example, let's say BNB, you have to provide $1,000 just to get out $666 worth of USDX. Because you've got the fluctuation of the underlying collateral and you want to have some kind of buffer. It's in the end an over-collateralized stablecoin. Once the buffer is too small, you get auto-liquidated and have to pay potentially a fee. Now, what do I think of all of this? Kava came around relatively early. It has innovated quite a bit. But all the functionality that we now can see on Kava, on the Kava blockchain, it's not that unique anymore. We can see something pretty similar in other contexts, even completely cross-chain. So there's now Aave v3, where you can deposit collateral on one blockchain and then get your loan on another blockchain. You can mint stable coins pretty much on any blockchain. And those stable coins, they are more stable than USDX, right? This is pretty concerning. Why not take, for example, Magic Internet Money instead? Or why not take DAI, for instance? So that's not too impressive. What I also don't like too much, right? It's the performance. And the performance of the token in US dollars doesn't look too bad. But you have to look at crypto performance relative to one another, right? You have to look at how is my cryptocurrency performing relative to Bitcoin or to Ethereum. I like the comparison to Ethereum because Ethereum tends to be correlated more with the altcoins. Ethereum, so to speak, is the largest of the altcoins. And so when we now look at the performance of Kava to Ethereum, this is the long-term chart. Let's just take the beginning to our current price. It's an 80%, more than 80% underperformance since October of 2019. So I'm not really convinced by this. There's no real USP anymore. There's no real momentum around this. There's a stablecoin that's potentially depegging. The only reason why I see people getting involved in this is because of the very high incentives that are given out. But those incentives, they are a first in, first out kind of game, right? If you're the last person that sells those incentive tokens, then you don't get a lot of these returns. The price will already be too much depressed. So of course I can't give any financial advice here, right? But the reason why you look this up in YouTube is to get opinions. And I've looked at quite a few different altcoins, quite a few different projects. And I don't see anything that completely blows me away with Kava. This short-term rally might be interesting, and I'm not saying it can't go higher from here, right? Price increases, they do create attention in itself, but over the very long term, as a long-term investment, I don't really see the outperformance, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for projects that are better. I'm looking for prices that rise faster. And especially in the current bearish environment, taking more risk has to be rewarded with more profit, with more return. And that's not the case for Kava right now. This channel tries to stay objective. And so I'm not just randomly shilling any kind of cryptocurrencies. So if you appreciate that, and if you want to get more of this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. I do publish videos regularly. And if you've got Telegram, you also might consider searching for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the app. We are now more than 2,000 people over there. Last but not least, we've also got a premium membership at thebitcoinstrategy.com. Link is in the video description. If you've got another interesting project that you would like to get me analyzed, if you've got any questions directly for me, I will answer them for the premium members. So feel free to check that out. There's also more information over here, so don't miss out on that video. And thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.